Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by longtime Patreon supporter Brett. Huge thanks to Brett and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Brett reached out asking for a deck led by Miriko, Obsessive Theorist, and I was more than happy to oblige. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Miriko, Obsessive Theorist is a 3-mana 1/3 legendary vampire detective with flying and vigilance. Whenever we surveil, we put a +1/+1 counter on Miriko. Additionally, at the beginning of our end step, we may return target creature card with power less than Mirko's from our graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Finality means that if it would die, we exile it instead. Okay, so we want to surveil a lot with this deck. This way, we can not only pitch creatures into our graveyard that can later be reanimated by our commander, we can also grow our commander so that larger creatures can be reanimated. If only there were a way to remove counters from creatures in Dimir. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. One of my favorite products Ultimate Guard has is their Xenoskin Sidewinder. The Sidewinder has a soft microfiber lining as well as the rugged Xenoskin shell we've all come to love. While the Sidewinder isn't a new product, they are now available in the limited Shogun's Journey print, like the Ajiro one seen here. Find it if your local game store carries Ultimate Guard products, or click the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming with my son over on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Polluted Delta, Flooded Strand, Bloodstained Mire, Scalding Tarn, Marsh Flats, Watery Grave, Morphic Pool, Shipwreck Marsh, Drowned Catacomb, Undercity Sewers, Ice Tunnel, Contaminated Aquifer, Sunken Hollow, Tainted Isle, Gloom Lake Verge, Underground River, Dimir Aqueduct, Tocasia's Dig Site, Bajuka Bog, 8 Islands, and 8 Swamps. Plenty of good lands allowing us to cast our spells. Our mana ramp consists of Feign the Broker, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Dominance, Dimir Signet, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Thought Vessel, Wayfarer's Bauble, Thrawn Dynamo, Chromatic Lantern, Solemn Simulacrum, and Black Market Connections. Some thematic ramp, some mana rocks, and some treasure generators, as it should be. For card advantage, we're running Curate, Consider, Demonic Tutor, Rhystic Study, Mission Briefing, Reanimate, Animate Dead, Eye of Duskmantle, Muldrifter, Baleful Strix, Twilight Prophet, Disinformation Campaign, Search for Azcanta, Phyrexian Arena, Discover Dispersal, Frantic Search, Soul Diviner, Buried Alive, Windfall, and Siphon Mind. Plenty of ways to ensure both our hand and graveyard are full, as well as some tutors. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Don't Make a Sound, Withering Torment, Feed the Swarm, Pile-On, Price of Fame, Ravenous Chupacabra, Shriek Maw, Sinister Sabotage, Lethal Scheme, Counterpoint, Negate, and Counterspell. Lots of counter magic to protect our commander or to prevent our opponents from comboing off. For board wipes, we're running Toxic Deluge, Cyclonic Rift, and Massacre Worm. Powerful and ruthless, exactly what you wanted a Dimir deck. The core of our deck consists of Doom Whisperer, Unshakable Tail, Case of the Shifting Visage, Night Veil Sprite, Dream Eater, Watcher of Hours, Lazav the Multifarious, Spark Double, Shieldred Whispering One, Agent of Treachery, Drag the Canal, and Sir Conrad the Grim. Supporting our plan, we've also got Enhanced Surveillance and Thassa Deep Dwelling. We're not exactly a flicker deck, but I wanted another way to remove finality counters. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. Right on target. 20 pieces of card advantage. 12 pieces of interaction. 3 board wipes. 1 piece of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog. 1 sudden I win card in Cyclonic Rift. As I'm sure you saw, this deck is in bracket 3. We have 3 cards from the Game Changers list and no mass land denial. We also have several ways to remove counters from permanents, which works great with our commander. We can remove a finality counter to make a treasure token thanks to Feign the Broker, or draw a card thanks to Soul Diviner. Or we can use Thassa Deep Dwelling to just flicker someone. So what this deck is built to do is surveil over and over again. We don't have any huge creatures that we can reanimate, but that's okay. I was worried about getting Miriko up to 10 power, but I figured this deck can easily get him up to 4 or 5 power. What about you? Do you have a reanimator deck? What about a surveil deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also want to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons. Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgie, Nazwin, Conga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, William Pye, Kazaris, Booksu, Patrick, Naffy, Noodle, Tiz, Art, Richard, Devon, Sint, Boomy, Freya, Jackie, Finn, Zen, Asura, Justin, and Christian. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.